Yay, it's time for more Trinity. Trinity class used to happen Wednesday night, but now we do a Tuesday video for you to get you ready for our Wednesday meditation. This week we're meditating on the energy of acknowledgement. So we're going to do a little exercise today to help you get into the spirit of acknowledgement and feel it inside your body. Acknowledgement's a simple energy, but we don't really use it correctly most of the time. We think that I must acknowledge something in my life, and then once I've said, there it is, right there on the table, I have to think, well, now what are you going to do about it? And that's simply not true. Acknowledgement does all sorts of things by itself. You don't have to follow it up with, and now I totally have the wisdom to handle everything in my life. That's usually what stops us. We try not to acknowledge things because we think it's going to add one more thing to my list of shit I don't know what to do about. And we don't want to do that, so we put on blinders and we try not to acknowledge things. I'm going to show you today how simply acknowledging things makes a difference. We're going to do a little exercise, and it's going to involve the jab. If you ever encounter a person in real life who has some sort of boxing training, they're probably going to do this fast little flicking jab at you. And it throws a lot of people off. If you're in a self-defense situation and somebody starts jabbing at you, you're not going to know what to do, because most of the things that people know how to do with attacks, whether somebody grabs them or punches them or whatever, involves you returning it, grabbing them, blocking them, doing something about it. And this happens so fast you can't do something about it. And that's why I think it makes a perfect demonstration, because most of the things in our life that are big, we do acknowledge. Oh, my dog died, I'm really grieving. You can acknowledge that. But it's all those little things, the little frustrations, the places where you felt judged, the place where you felt inadequate, when you just didn't know the answer to something, so you tried not to think about it. All those little tiny things, they build up because we don't acknowledge them. So we're going to work with this because it's a little tiny thing, and I'm going to show you how to acknowledge it. Let me get my training partner out here, and we will go through this exercise. Come on, Adawehi. I'll put you over on this side so people can see. Once again, anytime you're feeling threatened or attacked, your hands should be up. If you learn nothing else in your whole life from watching these videos, keep your hands up. Once they're up, you can do all sorts of things, but when they're down here, your options are almost zero. So what I'm going to have Elaine do is use her hammer fist, which is just the side, like you're order in the court, you're pounding. I'm going to use that little part right there. Her hands are already up, and when I flick that jab out, she's just going to drop the hammer on it. Just bam. She's aiming somewhere in here, top of the side of the whatever. You obviously don't want to hit the knuckles, right? Knuckles.
Yeah, it hurts.
Hurts you a little bit, hurts them maybe a little more, but you don't want to do that. You want to aim for somewhere in here. There's a bone right close to the surface, and it stings when you do that. It doesn't hurt you at all, really, but it hurts this person quite a bit. So I'm going to have her hands up, and I'm just going to move like I would move, and she's going to move like she would move, and I would throw that jab out there. No matter what I do, she just drops the hammer on it. That's all she does. And after a while, even though it's just a tiny little sting each time, cumulatively, I start going, ow, I don't want to throw that jab out there. And I start thinking of other things that I can do. And I'm not going to put that hand out there, because after a while, it starts to hurt. It really bruises that bone, and I go, no, I'm not going to do it. And that's how you shut down the jab, just by acknowledging it. She's not putting a lot of effort into it. It's not a huge technique. She's just going, there it is, there it is, there it is. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Elaine.
Thank you.
This is the secret, and this is what I think you should do in your regular life, because probably nobody in your house is going to throw jabs at you. But whatever little things you are encountering in your life, just acknowledge them. When you walk into a room, say, feels tense in here. Or, wow, I had a hard day. I really felt judged today. Or, I don't know the answer to that. Or, it seems like we could be more efficient here, but I don't know how. You don't have to do anything after that. Just acknowledge it. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Simply acknowledging things has power. If you think this stuff is interesting, you should stay tuned for more Trinity.